What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we do upload Pokemon Go content related to PvP, so please consider subscribing to the channel if that is of interest to you. And if you're a returning subscriber like Lizette Gumban, thank you for the support. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at a set of 5 battles submitted to me by my friend JovSMX in the Open Master League. And this is a pretty spicy team, I guess you could say, because it's featuring Garchomp and Metagross. When I first saw this team, I was thinking, okay, we got some premier battles. But then I saw Dialga on the line and I was like, wait, is this Open Master League with Garchomp and Metagross? It's kind of spicy, you know. You don't really see that too often. Usually it's all legendaries. Definitely a team that I don't think I'd be able to succeed with, but he goes 5-0 in this set, so definitely some high quality play here. And I just wanted to thank you for submitting the battles, because obviously these are the type of battles that could have been submitted to any of the bigger channels. Something like Pogo Kings, Ionic, they would have happily featured battles of this caliber. So I'm really happy to have these battles here featured on this channel, because I am a very small channel and I appreciate the support I receive. And thank you to anybody who submits me battles, because I truly appreciate all of these submissions. And this is a pretty interesting team overall. You know, it features double Steel with Dialga, Metagross, features double Dragon with Garchomp and Dialga, and then you have 2 Pokemon who are using Earthquake with Metagross and Garchomp. So it's a really interesting team. So without further ado, let's just get right into the battles, because these are some good ones. Alright, so these are some rank 9 battles in the 2700 ELO range, so pretty high up there. RV Kevin 0724 here in the first matchup, and we are seeing Dialga into a Garchomp. This is pretty ironic considering I probably have not seen any Garchomps at all in Open Master League, and here we go, first matchup, first Pokemon we see is a Garchomp. I think the only way Garchomp could win here is if it lands an Earthquake. Most of them are running Sandstorm, very good call there on the bait, and the opponent switched out into a Swampert. So actually this kind of looks like a Premier Cup team. This is going to be a Hydro Cannon, so no shield there, great call. And it is a Hydro Cannon. He's going to switch out now into Garchomp, I'd imagine. Yes, brings in the Garchomp here, and he is building up for the Outrage. And you could see he's running double nukes on this Garchomp, so it's a lot of mind games when you face a Garchomp, because you're running, is he going to bait me with the Sand Tomb? In this case, there's no baiting. You're either going Outrage or you're going Earthquake. So opponent's getting hit hard every time. Opponent does shield there, so good call on the opponent's end. And this is going to be another Hydro Cannon, I would imagine here. And Jov's going to choose not to shield that. Going to do some pretty nice damage, but he could survive it. Going to get to this Outrage here. This will be enough to delete the Swampert, and I imagine the Swampert's not going to want to go down 2 shields, so let's it go down. Going to bring in the Garchomp here, and this should be a Sand Tomb, which will be enough to take out the Garchomp here. Dialga's going to come in. That Dialga has a lot of energy, so the Iron Head's ready. Good thing he exited with that energy. This is going to apply shield pressure. I don't imagine the Garchomp's shield here. Going to let it go down, and he's going to switch out into Melmetal. Going to bring in the Metagross here. And with a 2 shield advantage, this should be pretty smooth sailing. The opponent actually made a very smart play there, switching out of their Garchomp to preserve the health, just to ensure that they could switch on reset the debuff from the superpowers, because there's no way they're going to be winning this game going straight Rock Slide, so they're going to have to do superpower eventually. I like the no shield by Jov there, because basically, you know, the opponent has to throw Rock Slides because they don't want to debuff him. He has 2 shields, so you're assuming they're going to bait, right? They want to get one of your shields, so opponent's going straight Rock Slides here. Now he's going to choose to shield. This is probably going to be a superpower. No, another Rock Slide, okay. So he does get the shield. The Garchomp comes back in, trying to sack, but it doesn't work. Melmetal comes back in, the opponent actually just gives up there, so GG's there. Well played in that first matchup, and off to a 1-0 start here. Heading into match number 2 against Will Sims MS. And we're going to see Dialga into another Dialga, so Jov's Dialga does meet all the breakpoints for the mirror, so this should be simultaneous knockout if they just go straight Dragon Breath, of course. It looks like the opponent might be lagging a little bit there. I don't know, this is weird because... Okay, so the opponent's going to throw Iron Head here. He's going to shield. It looks like actually the opponent's Dialga is actually lower health. Opponent switched out into Mewtwo, and he's going to switch out into Metagross, so the opponent leaves. Now, Jove did leave with energy stored on his Dialga, so he has an Iron Head ready to go. So that might come in clutch near the end. Focus Blast going to come from the Mewtwo. Does a lot of damage here. Going to go for the Meteor Mash here now. This Mewtwo may choose to let this go through. It does, and it's going to get farmed down. Let's see what he's going to bring in. They're pretty much at 2 Pokemon each. That Dialga does have an Iron Head though, so... Brings in Groudon here. Actually, he has a Dialga in the back, which is dead, the opponent, so it's pretty much 1 Pokemon here against a Garchomp. And with 2 shields, I don't know how he's going to pull this one off. This is pretty rough here. Gonna come in with the Dialga, throw this Iron Head. This is actually very important here that he had this stored, because this is going to get a shield here, and that makes this game a bit more manageable here. Still very difficult though. Is he going to shield here? Earthquake will not KO. He does call the Earthquake, so great shield there. And he's going to... Wow, the opponent tries to sack the Dialga there. Does not fall for it. He's going to throw the Outrage here. This is going to do a lot of damage. Will it go shielded? Opponent does choose to shield that, okay. And remember, there is no Sand Tomb bait here, so the opponent might just put him on Outrage Sand Tomb. But at this point, he's going to survive the Earthquake. Can he get to this next charge move before fainting? He is going to get to the Outrage. Will the Outrage be enough to KO though? I don't think Outrage will KO here. Did have the Earthquake ready. Did not. Oh my, it didn't KO. Okay, they simultaneously faint. And Job's going to win that match with the Dialga in the back, I believe. Yeah, the Dialga had like 2 HP. Wow. Great win there. Mama Pajaro 2 in match number 3. Dialga into a Groudon, so not a good lead of course. But let's see how he chooses to play this. He's going to... So he's going to stay in for now. And the Groudon's building up here, building up. Going to get to the Iron Head. He's going to shield up this first one, expecting the Earthquake, I'd imagine. It is an Earthquake, so great call there. And he's going to look to throw this Iron Head, I'd imagine here. Yep, going to throw the Iron Head. This should get the shield from the Groudon for sure. And let's see if he's going to choose to switch out after this or stay in. He is going to choose to stay in, it looks like, so maybe he's going to shield this and look to take the 2-1 shield win. Does call the Earthquake again, so that's really important. And I think at this point he might be able to actually farm down here. This is only going to be a Fire Punch for sure. No way you're going to get to a 3rd Earthquake here. So a Fire Punch comes through, that will not KO. He's going to farm down the Groudon. He is going to win switch. Gonna throw the Iron Head at this Mewtwo here. So pretty impressive, you know. He did go down a shield, but he does control switch and he beat a Groudon. Got rid of pretty much one of the hardest opponents for this team because he does have a Metagross in the back as well. So he's going to throw this Iron Head here. That's going to go unshielded. Well, the opponent has no shields, so the shields are down. There's no more shields left. This Mewtwo farms down. That is not good. Has a lot of energy. Brings in the Metagross. Going to switch on to Giratina. Here comes Garchomp. Going to get hit by a Shadow Ball most likely, but that should not KO. And he should be able to land this Outrage, which should be enough to knock out this Giratina. And then that Mewtwo is going to be forced to throw energy here because I do not believe it could farm down with Cycle Cut. Definitely cannot. It'll get hit by another Outrage. So that's going to force the opponent to burn some energy here. And obviously with that low health, it can't afford to farm down either because it would get KO'd by Mud Shot first. So Side Strike comes through. Metagross is going to come in now. Pretty much this Mewtwo needs Shadow Ball. Not going to get to it. And he's going to win that game in pretty convincing fashion, to be honest, against the Groudon lead. So that was very impressive here. Going into match number 4 against Padicel. And we are going to be seeing Dialga into a Snorlax. So Snorlax actually a pretty good lead in Open Master League here. Is this Snorlax running Superpower? Is it running Earthquake? You know, Snorlax is always very difficult to tell. So he's going to go for the Iron Head here. Will this get the shield from the Snorlax? Does not. And this Snorlax is building up, building up. This might be an Earthquake. Could be a Body Slam. Could be a Superpower. It's going to not shield anything here. It is a Superpower. That does a lot of damage. And he should have enough for a second Superpower here. He's going to let it go. So he's going to let the Dialga go down here. And look to farm down with whatever he brings in. Going to bring in the Garchomp. Is the opponent going to stay in this match and let him farm down? He is. So the opponent being very aggressive here. Allowing this Garchomp to farm up a lot of energy here. Gonna go for the Superpower, which does nothing. This Garchomp is loaded. And remember, there's no baits here, so opponent better have his shields ready because this is going to hurt. Outrage onto the Groudon. That does so much. Oh my goodness. And he switches out into Dragonite. Holy smokes. Was he trying to catch a Sand Tomb bait here, maybe, the opponent? Outrage does get the shield. Okay. So there's the first shield of the game. Gonna switch on to Metagross here. Pretty good matchup for Metagross, especially with a shield advantage, so he's going to use the first shield here. Gets the Dragon Claw. And going to throw the Meteor Mash. This is going to do a lot of damage. He's actually over farming, okay. This is probably going to be another Dragon Claw here. Don't think the opponent got to an Outrage. It is another Dragon Claw, not doing much to Metagross. He is over farming a lot here. Has 2 Meteor Mashes ready to go. And he is going to throw this first one at the Dragonite. Dragonite's going to shield again. Gonna throw another Meteor Mash. Oh, not before this Dragon Claw comes through. This will not KO the Metagross. And I believe this was a CMP tie, so this Meteor Mash might go through. It is going to go through. This is gonna knock out the Dragonite here. And he's gonna switch out into Garchomp here. Not let that Groudon farm down. It's a good play there. Okay, so is he gonna... He's gonna let this go through. He's calling the Fire Punch. Wow, what a call. He called the Fire Punch bait. He called the Fire Punch bait. Now he has to shield. That was the game right there. Great call. Calling the Fire Punch did not fall for the opponent's bait. And he is going to go for the Outrage. This will be enough to KO. That was very well played there in the end game. And a well-deserved win. 4-0 so far. Can he go the perfect 5-0? I mean, I already know he did, but let's see how he does it. So match number 5 against Coin Girl. And a battle of two Season 2 rank 10 poses here. Dialga into Dialga. So you could see here, pretty much wins. It's pretty much simultaneous knock on every situation except for the Zero Shield, where I guess... Oh, okay, I see why the simulation says that. It's because... Whoa, how did he win this? What happened? How did he win that match? That was a Hundo Dialga there. Wow, okay, so the opponent definitely must have lagged there because that should be sound. That's the thing about these Dialga mirror matches. They are so hard because of the lag. You just miss one Dragon Breath, flips the entire match like you saw there. Very fortunate. And he is going to be met by this Kyogre here. But what I was going to say was that the reason that it showed that he loses the no shields is because the opponent has Draco Meteor, whereas he has Thunder. Draco Meteor can knock him out, whereas Thunder cannot. So that's the reason why it said that he would lose the Zero Shields. But Kyogre here versus Garchomp. Surf going to come through. Gonna get off this Outrage here. This is pretty huge. But I'm still amazed by that Dialga mirror. That's a huge win, obviously, because you control switch advantage. Rhyperior into Metagross. This is pretty even match to be honest, because those Mud Slaps certainly are chunking away here at the Metagross. Gonna throw this Meteor Mash. Definitely gonna get the shield from the Rhyperior. And I think he's gonna get to a second Meteor Mash. He is. That's so clutch. This is going to knock out the Rhyperior here. And he is going to take this game in very convincing fashion. 5-0 set. Very good plays there. Very solid gameplay from a very talented trainer. And thank you so much for submitting those battles to me. He is going to move into the 2700s. So once again, thank you to JovSMX for the battles. Definitely a lot of fun to watch and definitely a very interesting team. Garchomp looks like a lot of fun. The Outrage Earthquake nuke version of Garchomp is just absolutely insane. Definitely catches opponents off guard because most of the time you're going to be expecting a Sandtoon bait, right? So if you don't have Sandtoon, there's no baits there and it's always going to be heavy hitting. So definitely looks like a pretty tricky team to use. Obviously you're already at a disadvantage by not using like a triple legendary team because most of the teams you run into in Open Master League are triple legendaries and you're running two Pokemon here which are basically the top of the class in Premier Cup but take a step back in Open Master League. So very impressive to see him go 5-0 using a team with pretty much only Dialga and then two non-legendaries, but still a very solid team overall. Don't get me wrong, just because there's no legendaries doesn't mean it can't compete. As he showed here, it still performs very well. Really good battles, and if you guys would like to submit your battles just like Jove did, there is a Google Docs link in the description below. Looking for Premier Cup battles, looking for Open Master League battles, looking to just feature some different variety on the channel, and battles like this are definitely a lot of fun to cover. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, commenting, subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.